The Bitcoin trap is officially set right now. Bitcoin broke down, but exactly bounced from the lower side of support. It grabbed out all the liquidity that was laying below us. The market is right now piling up a lot of short positions, which is resulting in negative funding rates. And this is, of course, resulting in a major trap on the market right now. And I want to be exactly talk about this major trap we're currently creating. On yesterday's video, I also exactly talked about how if we're going to be creating a trap, we will be breaking down and, of course, exactly bounce from off this line right here. That is exactly what happened on today's price action. And yeah, I need to discuss it. I need to talk about my trades I am currently opening up on Bitcoin, on Ethereum, on altcoins, and of course, I will be talking about the M2 money supply here, because according to history, the bottom should be getting formed somewhere right now here. And of course, like I said on many videos before, if we will be creating a bottom, it is most likely going to be around at 101 towards 102,000 US dollar level. And yes, a lot to discuss here, so don't forget to once again stomp on that like button back above. 1,000 likes will be highly appreciated. And let me jump straight away in towards today's content. So to get quickly out of the way about what happened yesterday on the ETFs, yesterday BlackRock bought about $34 million worth of Ethereum. So once again, we had another positive day on the Ethereum ETF here. And on the Bitcoin ETF, we did saw some slight outflows, probably due to the fact that BlackRock didn't bought any. But what is more important is the Bitcoin price action right now here. Because on the imminent short term, the Bitcoin price action saw, of course, a major dump below very important support. And now we're seeing a bounce back towards the upside, a very strong one, a V-shaped recovery. But we are retesting the previous lows in the market. And this is arguably going to be one of the most important retests of the market. And if we can break above this level, it is basically going to confirm that this move towards the downside right here was just a major fake out we got in the market. So yes, this is going to be an important level. And if we can break back above the range here, it is ultimately going to be proven to be extremely bullish for Bitcoin. And a continuation is going to be more than likely. Then also Bitcoin basically bounced all the way back. Then Bitcoin basically came down all the way back towards the lower side of the range here. Now Bitcoin is, of course, once again retested that range, retested the 50 simple moving average, and bounced from that exact level. But more importantly, on yesterday's video, and of course on many videos before, I discussed the fact that yes, we are still in a consolidation phase, but ultimately you should be looking at these horizontal levels of support and resistance. And of course, those levels I was preaching about and talking highly about was that 106.5k level and the 101.5k level. And yes, that 101.5k level exactly flipped into support, and now we are bouncing from off that exact range right there. So basically what we're seeing right now is just a major bear trap getting created, because also what I said in yesterday's video is that there was a lot of liquidity piling up below us, and Bitcoin exactly grabbed the liquidity below us, and now it's already bouncing back towards the upside. So it squeezed out the long positions, and now it is starting to be moving up higher again. Of course, like we can see also on this chart, there's still a lot of remaining long positions laying above us, so I won't be surprised that we're ultimately going to be squeezing out those as well here. And due to this the most recent squeeze here, we are actually seeing the funding rates turn negative, and this means that the majority of the traders are trading short. And historically, whenever we see funding rates go negative, it corresponds with bottoms in the market, because usually whenever everyone thinks Bitcoin is going to be going down, it goes up, and when everyone thinks it is going to be going up, it usually goes down here. And now the majority of the traders are betting it's going to come down here. This means there's more liquidity on the top side, and we're ultimately going to be having another push towards the upside for Bitcoin. I won't be flipping bullish on Bitcoin like outside of this range until, of course, we break above the top side of this region right here. Also, you could be approaching it like the downward sloping trend line. Last time also around, whenever we broke the downward sloping trend line, we did saw that big continuation higher. And of course, ultimately, like I said in many videos before as well, if we are looking at the M2 money supply here, it is right now corresponding with somewhat of a bottom in the market. Like you can see on many previous occasions, it is not always the case that it is exactly when the M2 money supply bottoms. Bitcoin bottoms, no, sometimes there's a slight little delay in the market before ultimately we are going to be seeing that bottom getting created in the market. Just like here, the second peak was also like 2 days later. Maybe now the bottom is also like 2-3 days later if we're looking at the M2 money supply. At the same time, the M2 money supply, so the global available money, is also increasing once again here after a slight period in 2023 where we of course saw shrinking available money worldwide here, but now it is once again increasing, and that is ultimately great for all risk, or basically all assets, because as long as there's going to be more money printed, Bitcoin and assets in general, or real estate, whatever, will always go up here, because that is not inflatable as money. So that is of course important to understand. Also, I want to say here, the previous all-time high resistance is going to be remain to be resistance as long as it's going to be there here. As soon as we're going to be breaking above it, then we're going to be seeing, of course, this level getting flipped. But so far, it still is acting as resistance, and we're just seeing a slight little consolidation phase right here. Then, at the same time, while we have seen this slight little dip here, it maybe is also allowing us major opportunities in the market right now here. Personally, I've been loading up on Ethereum positions. Most recently, Ethereum showed us a lot of strength here, and of course, currently, it's still in the middle of this consolidation range right now here. It is now actually at the lower side of the range. So if you wish to accumulate Ethereum or trade on it, this is literally one of the better times to be doing it, in my opinion. But we're at the lower side of the range here, and personally, I am very interested in Ethereum right now still. I think Ethereum is looking good on the weekly time frame. We're literally clearing all the sell orders on the weekly time frame, also against this previous level right here. This was, of course, my initial take profit target from off the lows here, and now my next take profit target is going to be $4,000, and I think that is going to be happening whenever we break above this region right here. And I mean, I'm opening up big trades on Pionex here. These trades are grid trading bots here, so what they basically do here is they accumulate along the way down here and sell slowly along the way up, and that way I'm not fully exposed towards my trade already. And I can, of course, suffer if Ethereum drops a little bit more. So I will basically not suffer if Ethereum comes down a little bit lower, because ultimately that will get myself a better entry price here. So now my trades are still a little bit underwater, but like I showed you in many previous videos as well, my trade here on Bybit, like you can see over here, yesterday I saw some people saying it was fake, but just look at the numbers moving. You can see that one is still very significant profit. I've been accumulating a lot of trades on Ethereum recently, and ultimately I do believe it is going to be pushing much higher. But guys, if you want to be opening up a trade right now on Pionex, if you want to be copying my trades, my exact same setups, you can do so in the link description of today's video. Or if you feel like signing up your own account to Pionex, go to the highest link description of today's video. You can get a register and deposit bonus up to $1,000. And like you can see over here, if you deposit $100, you will get a free $100 instantly rewarded towards your account. And of course, the more you deposit, the bigger additional deposit bonus you will be getting to your account. So make sure to check it out in the link description of today's video. Further on, I want to be discussing some more data points here. That is, of course, that Bitcoin is right now once again retesting the simple 50-day moving average. We are right now exactly bouncing from that level, and the last time we did so, we basically kickstarted the major rally higher. Now also, we have seen about an 11% correction, and just like we got on the previous big pump here, before that, we saw a slight little dump here. We faked out most of the traders before ultimately going much higher. And once again, we are retesting one of the most important levels of the previous range that had acted as resistance and now is flipping into support here. And if we're looking basically at the Pi cycle top indicator and where the top is usually getting formed, we are not there yet here. And honestly, we do still have a lot of way towards the upside to grow much higher. And I've discussed it also in yesterday's video, but the possibilities, especially on Ethereum, are looking very great here. And I think that, yes, really, whenever we're going to be breaking above this trend line, or basically above this resistance, like you can see over here, we're going to be flying up to $4,000. And that is where I'm ultimately going to be probably go almost all out of Ethereum and take the majority of my profits and rotate it to different assets. So yeah, that is my strategy. But guys, as soon as we're going to come closer and closer towards that stage where I want to be going out of the market, I'm going to be making more videos about that, how I'm taking profit, where I'm moving my money. But anyways, guys, this is it for me in today's update video. I truly believe Bitcoin is setting up a big trap right here. It's going to be important to be watching this level getting broken. If we do break above it, it's going to be great for all markets. But anyways, thank you so much for watching towards this amazing new update video. Subscribe to the channel, slap on that like button, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out. Goodbye.